Weber, I always feel like throws a little bit better with the lead. I think she's less consistent when it's a 0-0 ball game and kind of settles in a little bit once she earns that lead. You know, with a 2-1 ball game here, she can kind of go and attack the zone, go right at these Maine batters.
Grace Weber had 2 unbelievable outings, needed 2 championship game victories over Wallingford just to get here to Bristol. She pitched them both in their entirety, didn't give up an earned run, allowing 1-0 as Milford became Connecticut State champions. Once again, Haley Elwell lifts this one very high into short center field, but Riley Fagan-Davies, you're going to have a hard time finding anybody in this region, or many others perhaps, that play center field as well as she does.
Yeah, this is good heads up. This is communication. When you have other defenders coming towards the ball, she calls off the second baseman, Audrey O'Connell, takes it herself. Really good heads up and really good communication.
This is Amaya Levine. She's looking for her first hit this week. She's just an 11-year-old, so she's one of the younger players that would be in the regionals. And she hits that one foul off the right side. And quickly down 0-2 in the count with 1 out and nobody on. Maya plays the clarinet. Oh, and she got caught fishing on the breaking ball down and away.
Yeah, solid changeup there. Didn't have to be near the plate. It's an 0-2 count. You don't have to throw something over the plate. This one just pulled the string on it further outside. Levine could not lay off. Swing and a miss and a strikeout.
All right, so she's got the first 2 batters. Also, her first strikeout of the game. Grace McGlynn, who plays an outstanding second base, and well, the bat's been working pretty well. She is a Mike Trout fan. Who isn't, really, if you think about it? 3 for 8 with 4 runs batted in from the number 9 hitter in this continuous batting order. And she shoots that one hard down the right field line, just foul. As we see our first base umpire, Craig Playstead. He's from Friendship, New York. The home plate umpire today, David Baker from Plains, Pennsylvania. At second, Julius Trimbach from Oakland, New Jersey. And at third base, James Lucka of Spring City, Pennsylvania. 1-1 pitch. That one spilled foul.
This is a Maine team to me that consistently has found a way to put the ball in play, and even to be able to push a run across here in the first inning against a solid Connecticut. You're showing their fight, their want. And they just need to find the pitch that they can drive. One thing I haven't seen so far, Mark, very much of has been their bunt. We've seen them in their past games do a little bit more bunting, even with no runners on, than we've seen so far this game.
Man, that's a great point. They bunt a ton, and they will bunt consecutively over and over again. They'll bunt with 2 strikes. So for now, maybe the Maine manager E.J. Regan is saying, hey, you know, I know they know that. Maybe we're going to hold it out for later on. We'll see. Full count. And Grace McGlynn draws a 2-out walk. Find Little League on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at the official handles at Little League. And don't forget to use hashtag LLWS. One on and 2 out. As we get our first look at Claire Libby. Claire's got a hit and has scored a run, helping the cause for Maine.
And Cosmo's not afraid to make this throw. Good solid bullet there. Glenn's able to make it back. But I love the fearlessness.
How important
Look at that face.
To have a weapon behind the plate, not just somebody who blocks the ball, which is important, of course.
I think at this age you can see a lot of development in catchers, that some can make that throw and some can't.
That ball is hit into the outfield, but it's where all fly balls go to die because Riley Fagan-Davis is roaming the grass out there. Connecticut with the 2-1 lead coming to the plate in the bottom half of the second inning. Emma Bonanno, first baseman, 2 for 3 with a double and a run and an RBI so far this week. And her dad, Mike Bonanno, is one of the coaches this year. Her sister, Maddie, played on the Connecticut and New England champion Milford Little League team from Connecticut, and Mike was the manager of that team. So there's definitely some successful players that have either returned, had a big sister, or in the case of manager Brian Glenn, you got a guy right next to you who did such a great job to help the team get to Greenville. Good attempt there by Lydia Weeks up against the fence there on that foul pop-up.
Yeah, this one just kept spinning towards that camera well wall there. When she got close to it, it just kind of popped out of her glove so hard to go and try to grab something when you're also thinking about the fence.
There's a look at Emma. Ebon is one of her nicknames. One of the most vocal players on this team, according to the coaches. And she wastes one there to stay alive.
Bonanno has impressed me at the plate. I think that she's had really, really good at-bats, putting the ball in play, a really solid swing. And so it lends herself to having a good hit here, just fouling off what she doesn't like.
Doesn't like that one, and the count goes full. And Lily Regan, whose last 3 games have been pretty much as good as anybody playing Little League softball right now, has yet to get her first strikeout. And there it is, called strike 3.
Yeah, that pitch way too close to not take a cut at, right on that inside corner, right at the knees. Regan does a solid job just hitting the bottom part of that zone. Her first strikeout so far today. For a pitcher that's got 42 in 21 innings, this is a lot about Connecticut. Beyond that, 3 hits yesterday she gave up, and only 5 hits in the first, and gave up 5 hits in the first inning today.
That's in there for a strike on the outside corner. If we throw away that opening loss, her last 3 games she's pitched 16 innings, won them all, 1.1 ERA, just 3 earned runs, and 35 strikeouts over those 3 games alone. 15 of them yesterday, as you mentioned, so she is used to dominating, but this clearly her biggest challenge yet, this Connecticut State champion team. They can hit 1 through 12.
Yeah, I mean, she's been nothing short of dominant in a lot of the things that she's done. She's been solid. She's really gotten better when she's put runners on base. A lot of times answering back with sometimes back-to-back Ks. And so in this situation, it is about getting stronger, getting better. 2 solid Ks back-to-back right there.
Might be starting to get the groove. That's Grace Weber going down on strikes.
100%, because this is a great pitch that just comes over the plate with some movement, and Weber swings through it. But that should give Regan a little bit of confidence after kind of a shaky first inning. And now those pitchers are really coming right into that strike zone.
Audrey O'Connell getting her first at bat of the game. She's 1 for 3 with 3 runs batted in the tournament. Takes that one outside. A check swing pop up into short right field. And Maris LaCresti couldn't quite get there, so that'll drop in for a hit.
Number 27, Maya Brown.
Just a shallow outfield hit. LaCresti hustles to it, cannot get there on time, and finds a way to drop in. And O'Connell, what a battle. And you seemingly felt like Regan was taking control at the bottom of this lineup. She finds a way to get on base.
Maya Brown gets her first at bat here in the bottom of the second inning, and she hits it to second base. Quick flip over to shortstop, and they are out of the inning. Heading for the third. Connecticut's got the 2-1 lead. Well, the last out of the inning is being reviewed right now. Seemed fairly routine, although kind of close. Let's see what happened here on the ground ball. See if they get it in time.
It was a quick toss, but a closer play, and it looked really live. You see the squeeze of the glove and the foot not on that bag. I think this will still be an out call. You can see when you're looking, the out when the glove squeezes right there. That's when you can consider that a catch. And there was still space to me between second base and the runner, McGlynn.
Beautiful look at it there. And quite definitive. So they've got their decision. And indeed, the call on the field, which was out, will stand. So we take a quick break, and we'll be back with the third. .org for great content and information about starting a softball league and more. Yes, it is a perfect day for ice cream, Dippin' Dots, whatever it is. Mid-80s, pure sunshine in Bristol. Welcome back to the New England Region Championship game. Maine versus Connecticut. Not much to separate these two teams right now as far as the scoreboard's concerned. Milford has gotten the better with the bats, but only one more run. Mark Brown along with Jenny Ritter as we get ready for Maine to come to the top, to the plate in the top of the third inning with the bottom of the order. Lila Boudreau will lead off, followed by Caitlin Campobasso.
Both of these pitchers here in the second inning, to me, have really settled in. And they need to carry that for the remainder of the game. Keep this a close ball game. Marcus is able to the bottom of the lineup. I think that the bottom two batters, you work to get the bottom two, you get to that top of that lineup and really work to throw different pitches and try to keep these batters more off balance. But that's a chance for Maine to really step up, do something big once it recycles.
Center fielder Lila swinging big on that 2-0 pitch up. Looking for her first hit. She has driven in a run and scored a run, so she's been able to get on base and do a little bit of damage. That catches the inside corner for strike two, so whoever got behind in the count, 2-0, working her way back. It was actually her first 2-0 count of the game so far, so she's done a good job getting ahead. Now squaring to bunts. That one is fair, but quickly out from behind the plate. We have complimented Marina Cosmas before. Let's do it again.
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've seen the bunts come in, so this defense has to be ready. Cosmas comes out of her squat, grabs this ball with her bare hand, and makes an on-target throw. Textbook, very good job by Cosmos behind the plate. You've got to be ready. This is a defense that has to be prepared for that bunt.
A nice play at first base with second base covering, and Peyton Campobasso is out. You got to love that work there by Emma Bonanno and Audrey O'Connell.
Number 5, Lydia Weeks.
Yeah, good communication here. When this pulls you off first base, like it does to Emma Bonanno, you have to be heads up if you're O'Connell to continue going towards first base to make the force out.
We're back to the top of the order. Lydia Weeks showing bunt there, taking strike one. Adam Sandler is her favorite. And a swing and a miss at that ball, up and away. Quickly down 0-2.
A great spin on that outside corner mark.
As Lydia showed bunt, That's only the third time we've seen Maine squirt a bunt in their first 11 batters, and that is definitely out of character from what we've seen this week. And that ball hit pretty well into right field, but camped out under it, Sammy Marini. So a very clean, quick inning. Connecticut coming up in the bottom of the third. Little League of Connecticut with a 2-1 lead over Buxton, Maine in this New England Region Championship game. Lily Regan on the mound for Maine. And first pitch swinging and ripping it into left field for a single. Sammy Marini.
Number 14.
Yeah, the top of the lineup starting to come up again for Connecticut as well. Sammy Marini, her second look at Regan, drives the pitch through the 5-6 hole into left field to start off this inning. Good look by Connecticut there.
7 hits, Jenny, from 7 different players already against this ace, Lily Regan.
Yeah, if that doesn't show the strength of this offense, I don't know what does. We've seen it. They haven't played that many games, like you mentioned, Mark, but when they are out there, when they're playing innings, you can expect to see offensive output from anybody on this team.
Marini Cosmas, a RBI double, and that later went on to score a run. In her first at bat, so she gets it done as a wall behind the plate with a gun and quickness to get out and scoop up those bunts. And she lifts that one high down the left field line. It will fall in foul territory. First strike of the at bat.
A little unfortunately there for Peyton Campobasso there at third base. She went back to track down that pop fly and kind of ran a little bit into the third base umpire, James Lotka. Kind of held her up a little bit.
2-1 pitch, up and away for ball 3. Lily Regan through 2 complete, and now into the top of the third. It's given up a pair of runs on 7 hits. Hasn't walked anybody, but for her, 2 strikeouts is definitely behind schedule, and that is ball 4. Now here's our Sunday night baseball matchup, the series finale between the Yankees and the AL East leading Orioles at Camden Yards, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, on ESPN, ESPN Deportes, ESPN Radio. Coverage begins at 6 Eastern and 3 Pacific with baseball tonight, Sunday night countdown. Got you covered. This is Riley Fagan Davis with 2 runners aboard and nobody out. She had an RBI double, stole a base, and scored. Pretty busy. Bottom of the first for her. See what she's got here against Lily Regan. Swinging on the 1-0 pitch. Sky high pop out to Lily Regan for the first out. So that is a dangerous hitter to have out of the way for Lily.
Yeah, that is a big out, and it might not have come by a strikeout, but Regan doing a good job mixing her pitches enough to get Fagan Davis out. She isn't able to extend and drive a pitch.
Future softball regional player right there in the stands. Well, Lily Regan getting ahead 0-1. Emily Sparingo. That's fair down the left field line. Here comes another run. Sammy Marini is in. Cosmas to third. And Sparingo in with an RBI double.
It's so fitting that we're seeing Fagan Davis and Sparingo comes through with the RBI here as the 2 returners on this Connecticut team. She drives us right down the line. The excitement is one more run is pushed across the plate, and that's really what they have to do. Just keep chipping away, find a way to score 1 or 2 every inning.
Listen, anybody? No, that's why I brought it. Sorry, I didn't bring it up for everybody. Oh, don't get sick though. Hey, listen, have confidence out here. You guys are hanging with them, okay? They crush the ball, we know that, all right? We got to be ready to jump, though. We have been stuck in the mud a little bit. We got to get our feet ready to go. The next time there's a ball hit near us, our feet need to move from the spot they are when she releases the ball, okay? We got to be ready to jump, huh? Can you throw down? Yeah, give it a look. Give it a look. Here we go.
That's part of our manager's mic'd up all access. What do you think, Jenny?
I think very positive information. The thing that stands out to me is right at the end, Emily Ireland said, "Can I throw down?" And he said, "Sure, give it a look," because you're seeing these runners on Connecticut really taking wide leads. If they're going to take wide leads, Ireland's watching it saying, "Hey, I want to take a chance and try to throw them out, pick them off." Competitiveness. You see Springo there in the center of your screen. That's how far she's getting off that base path.
Katanski hits that one into the gap in left center. This is going to do some damage. 2 runs are coming in. Extra bases for Danny Katanski. And the Connecticut bats just keep booming.
Yeah, just a solid swing here through the zone. This pitch was over the plate, and Katanski just drives it into the left center gap. 2 runs easily score. But Katanski really feeling it. Her second hit of the day.
5-1 is the lead in the bottom of the third. This Connecticut team, solid 1 through 12, maybe a little more than solid as we look at Kaylee Glynn, 1 for 1 after her single. She puts it in play to shortstop, gets away from Nora Spires. Here comes Katanski, and she will score. And we're getting quite a few cheers, as you might expect. Let's face it, Milford, they are the virtual home team from Connecticut.
Yeah, this ball put into play, and Spires just cannot get a glove on it. This is where you have to play clean defense. Try to get through this inning, and Katanski heads up, taking a look, just touching third and continually going. Finds a way to get across too, but we heard Coach Glenn say it when he was mic'd up having the meeting that they know this team can mash, they know this team can hit, and when you're facing a team that puts the ball in play well on their own, you have to be very careful with how you play defense, and you have to play clean D.
Now 6-1, that to third. Peyton Campobasso up cleanly, fires over for the second out of the inning. But meanwhile, the runner advances to third.
A really good bounce back by this defense. Another ground ball comes into play. There's a lot of excitement in the stands, a lot of energy on the team. The momentum is going kind of toward Connecticut in a lot of ways. And here is Campobasso, who just gets the glove on the ball and makes a routine play, as she should. That's really settling back in and showing a lot of resilience by this Maine team defensively.
Well, Connecticut really starting to turn the screws. Addie McKenna Hansen, first pitch swinging out to right field, drops in front of Maris Lepresti. And Holly Kuhn has come in for run number 7. Ball getting away, so things starting to fall apart a little bit in a number of ways for Maine.
Yeah, this ball driven to the right side. You can kind of see Lepresti kind of takes a step back before hustling in. That little step did not allow her to catch up to the ball.
Now Emma Bonanno. That ball was cracked to center field. Coming in, cannot make the play. Lila Boudreau. Claire Libby is backing up, but another run is in. And that's going to go as a stand-up RBI double for Emma Bonanno.
A great smile there from Bonanno. She connects with this pitch down the middle. Just gets past Boudreau, trying to put her glove on it and just misses it. Once it gets past her, that easily allows the runner, McKenna Hansen, to score. Bonanno to get all the way to second base. And hitting is so contagious. Connecticut really feeling it. And it's so hard defensively. You can kind of see that look on Lily Regan's face, doing everything she can. That it's really hard to bounce back after that. It's just about getting it out right here.
Grace Weber, the Connecticut pitcher, struck out her first time up. Bonanno in the last inning struck out, and then Weber. And those are the only 2 strikeouts for the power pitcher and Lily Regan. 0-2 count here. And that one is lifted in the air. Shortstop Nora Spires grabs it to end the threat. But not before Connecticut adds 6 runs to the lead.